them compete. What have you seen out of them? What really excites you about this crew this year?
Is, all those guys competed with Wayne. They knew that they had to compete because that's the expectation of the program, that's the expectation in the room. But they knew that Wayne wasn't going to give it up without a fight. And now they see that there's an opportunity for one of them to define themselves as that guy. So there's a hunger. I think they're all ready. They know what it takes. They know what it looks like. And you're starting to just see, and I made this comment to Coach the other day, you're starting to see more of the alpha male come out of each one of them. Obviously, where Wayne was that guy, he set that tempo, and the other guys kind of fell in line, even though they were still trying to compete. Now you're starting to see the alpha male come out of each one of them, and so none of them's going to give up the opportunity without a fight, so it's going to be fun.
Do you see traits in these guys maybe coming up now that you didn't see last year, maybe due to being behind Wayne for a year or two?
For example, C.J. Fuller, you're just starting to see him be more vocal. And he was a guy that's always been very, very talented, and I've said it before, but he just had some things that he had to commit to doing better, just being the best that he could be, just doing the little things better than everybody else. That's just a staple of our program. And now that he's done that and he's had some success, and now he has an opportunity, you're starting to see him be more vocal. Same thing with Choice. Choice is starting to be more vocal, and he's not, I wouldn't say timid as he was in the past. He wasn't really timid, but he knew that Wayne was the guy. But you're starting to see him step to the front of the line and lead his teammates. And then Feaster's just walking around with that confidence and that swagger that you saw back when he was a senior in high school, because he knew he was the guy. And now he knows he's put in the work. He's seen what it looks like, what it takes to be successful. He's been in the weight room. He's starting to see his weight room numbers increase. His weight's up to 220 pounds. And so you're just starting to see a lot more confidence out of all three of those guys.
Do you have to have a guy, Tony, step forward, or could you do it by committee?
You could do it by committee, and it's really going to be up to those guys if one of them wants to separate themselves. I know from a coaching perspective, you love to have three guys that you can play in any and every situation, and that's what makes it tough in our style of play, because we're so fast and we use tempo and we do a lot of different things. It's hard to substitute guys based off of the situation because the situations change so fast. So guys got to be ready to play and function in every situation, and I think that's where the transformation has to take place. They have to go from being a one-dimensional high school guy to now you got to be able to function in every dimension of the game, from pass protection to short yardage to first down back, second down back, pass catcher out the backfield. And so now we have three guys that are ready to be able to function in every situation. And so now if one of them wants to establish himself as the alpha and separate from everybody else, then he's going to have to do it in practice and on the field. But from a confidence standpoint as a coach, you just feel good having three guys. And then there's a young freshman that not a lot of people know about in Travis that's got a ton of raw materials. Reminds me a lot of Wayne Gallman, just a ton of great raw materials that has to be shaped and molded and developed into something special.
How are Choice and Fuller similar and different? Like, what differentiates the two in their style of play?
They both are very similar from a body standpoint. I think that Choice is a little bit more fluid than Fuller. Fuller is a very natural runner, but he's got some explosion and some short yardageness to him. Whereas Choice is coming from a quarterback perspective, he was always more elusive, more fluid but both of them are very similar in body type. They both catch the ball out of the backfield very, very well. CJ has more experience just being a natural back in pass protection, but you've seen that confidence and that skill really, really develop in Choice. So they got a similar body, but they each one have a little bit of a different running style.
How far has Feaster come in grasping what you guys want him to do, and how much farther does he have to go?
I'm anxious to see, because as we hit the end of the season, his knowledge was where it needed to be. It was just more the consistency to produce it every single time. And so you would have your typical, great play and then two bad plays. All right, then another great play, then two bad plays. And so I know the knowledge is there, and I'm hoping that this offseason and being able to go all through the installation again, the confidence of his new body and what he's accomplished in the weight room is going to give him that attention to detail to do it every single time. And I think that's what Wayne committed to, was just his personality type. He was very, very competitive. He wanted to be the best at everything that he did, and he understood that in order to be able to do it on the field, you got to do it right every time in practice for Coach Elliott to give you that opportunity. And so I think Taven now understands that, and the confidence is there, but the knowledge has actually been there. It's just been the consistency to execute it now.
Going back to last year and even now, do you get tired of getting asked the question about when's Feaster going to get his chance? Why hasn't Feaster been out there more? It seems like the fans want to ask it. We want to continue to ask it over and over again too.
I wouldn't say get tired of it, but I understand that, and what I told Feast is we're building for the long haul. You know, we're not building for short-term success, and confidence is critical. And you've seen, you know, instances where guys have been given something too early when they're not ready for it, they're not prepared for it, and it damages their confidence. And so I wanted to take the time and have a situation in Wayne to be able to take the time to lay that foundation, the right foundation, to build that confidence so that we can build for the long haul. Because I didn't just want a flash in the pan. You know, I want him to be, you know, the best that's ever come to him. He's one of the few that you can say has the ability, but there's some things that we had to develop just from a mental standpoint to get him there. And it's not that he didn't want it, he didn't have it, it's just he just didn't know how. He hadn't been asked to do it up until this point. And now we were in a situation where we can ask him to do it, and I'm excited to see what his future looks like.
Seems like he did a very good job from a mental standpoint, maturity standpoint, as far as handling being the big five-star guy coming in and not getting his chance. And it seems like he still kept his head up and just kept striving forward.
Oh, no question. And I think the best thing that happened to him is he had Wayne Gallman, and then Wayne Gallman wanted to mentor him. And so they sat next to each other in the meetings every day. They spent a lot of time together. Wayne was always looking out for him, and that's what let me know that he has the right makings. He just has to be developed and shaped and molded because he did come in with a humble attitude. He did understand that he was going to have to work, and I think when he hit that field for the first time, he realized that, hey, these boys up here can play. They're big, they're fast, they're strong, and it's not going to be quite as easy for him. And I think once we get his body to where it needs to be, then you're going to see that ease of play that you saw that made him so special in high school.
You said he was 220. You still want him to put on some more weight?
No, I think he's at a good spot right now. Obviously, we'll get all the numbers here over the next couple of weeks to see what the body composition is. But just talking to the folks in the weight room and looking at him, he looks great. It's not bad weight. It's good weight. He's still carrying it, and you still see the same ability to accelerate, the same speed, same explosion. So I'm anxious to see once we get out there and put the pads on how he handles it. But right now, I'm comfortable with where he's at. Biggest thing is make sure he's comfortable and he looks like he is, because I see his confidence is at an all-time high.